What's up, YouTube? It's me, Jonathan Buford. Just wanted to do my weekly video and get you guys abreast on what's been happening lately and answer the question, when is it time to stop hustling? Now, first of all, I think I'll answer that question first. I think never is the answer to that question. Since I've read The War of Art and Turning Pro, I've realized how much easier it is the next day to do my work if I've done it the previous day. And if I haven't done it the previous day, it seems to be twice as hard. And the same thing happens the next day, and then it becomes exponentially hard when I haven't done it for 2 or 3 days. So I've been sitting down and coding for over a month now, and I've been actually another thing I wanted to add here is that I've been learning how to touch type. I'm teaching myself how to touch type because I just basically realized that if I'm working towards becoming a digital nomad and I'm going to be making all my money online, then I'm going to be on the computer a lot. It's not just going to be coding, but coding is going to be a huge part of it. And this whole thing I've been doing for about 40 years, the hunting and packing, is not going to work. So I realized that my productivity at a certain point is just going to level off, and I don't want to be one of those people that have been, you know, into computer science and coding and making websites and the other things that I plan on getting into, and still hunting and packing. It seems ridiculous. So I'll let you guys know a couple things real quick that have been helping me with that. There's a website called keybr.com, and there's another website called typing.com, and I'll post the links down below in the comments section for those. And I came across those links not haphazardly. I researched for hours on the best way to learn how to touch type online, going on Amazon, finding out, by the way, that there's a real lack of information and software and just stuff out there as far as learning how to touch type, which I feel is weird. It's kind of an important thing. I don't know why that is. I guess maybe most people learn that in school. I did take a class or two in school, but I ended up dropping them. So, yeah, better late than never. And I'm starting now. I'm doing 30 minutes a day using my Pomodoro clock. Love this thing on Amazon. You know what? I'll include a link down below for this thing too, because this is awesome. I use it every day. I use it when I write. I use it when I code. I do 30 minutes on, and then I do 5 minutes off. And it's just really, really simple to use. The little LED light comes on after the 5 minutes you're done. So yeah, I do 30-minute bursts of coding, writing, whatever it is. I should do that for my research as well, so I don't get stuck. It's a good idea. Yeah, so I'll provide all those links. Why I'm touching on that is because if you're anything like me, you're learning how to code. You're trying to find a business that's going to help you become a digital nomad, and you still hunt and peck. So I guess I didn't quite word that properly. I think it's just if you are still hunting and pecking, it might not be optimal once you get to a place where you're dependent on all online income, pretty much, because you're going to be on the computer all the time. You're going to want to be able to touch type and to be able to do so quickly and at a good pace. So, yeah, jumping into that, it feels like weightlifting for my fingers, but hey, I'm learning, and I even have found that my the practice that I've done before is adding onto what I'm doing now. So I didn't lose those skills I had. They're just really, really rusty, and I'm not having to start from scratch. So that's good. So anyways, back to when is it a good time to stop the hustle? Never. Now here's the caveat for that. For me, is that whatever I got going on, and the last 2 days have been hard because I actually yesterday put down my dog that we've had for 14 years, and it was hard, super, super hard. And I needed to drive to the north side of the lake for an errand I needed to do there, and it was just a really, really rough day. By the time I got home, I was just so tired, I could barely do anything. And I've got this huge fear that if I stop doing my work, if I stop sitting down and hustling and grinding each and every day, that the next day will just be worse. Or I think the biggest fear is that around that is that I'll just stop, period. So what I've had to learn how to do is just scale back what I do for that day. I was completely exhausted. I was so tired. And this happens, stuff happens in life just because you decide to go for your goals and dreams and you're working towards, becoming location independent, moving all your income online. The world doesn't stop. There's still going to be a bunch of stuff happening. So I've learned to have some self-compassion and to realize when I need to just ease up and to know that I can hit it again hard the next day, which is what I'm doing today. So I'm making a video. I'll still be coding today. I'll still be teaching myself to touch type, and I've been researching YouTube stuff today. I was going to provide a couple links for the stuff that I've found that have helped me with how overwhelming that is. But not in this video. I think in a later video I'll put together some stuff that I'm compiling that's helping me actually work towards having a good YouTube channel. So yeah, back to this video. I think the main idea I wanted to get across is that, man, really for me so far, working towards becoming a digital nomad and having a lifestyle that's location independent and learning to code and do web developing and all the other things, learning the languages and all that stuff, it's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. So sometimes, I just cut myself a break. Like last night, I felt like if I didn't mend, I was going to break. You're no good to anyone if you actually break. So cutting yourself some slack sometimes is a good idea while making sure that you're not bullshitting yourself about why you're doing what you're doing. So we overestimate what can be done in a month, but we got that backwards. We overestimate what we could do in a day, but we underestimate what we can do in a month. As long as we keep on going and working towards this stuff, it's all possible. Anything's possible. So that was basically it. I don't want to make a long video today. I just wanted to get that across. Let you guys know I started teaching myself to touch type, which I recommend to anyone. It's actually it's not that bad. Those two resources I found are great, and trust me, I did research for hours, and I'm pretty good when it comes to rooting stuff out online and researching. Did that for 11 years when I was struggling with physical symptoms before I got diagnosed with mind body syndrome. So it's been a good deal of time, and I think those two resources are really, really good. The first is more of a classroom setting type thing, so it'll teach you like where exactly to hold your fingers and all the stuff that you probably learned in a keywording class. And the second one is actually a program run on an algorithm that introduces most used words first and helps you to work on the letters that you're having problems with. And I find it funner to type on. So yeah, typing.com for the logistics and the basics and learning the correct finger positions, and then the other one just for typing practice. And that's what I found. Besides, really quick, I found 2 games on Steam, indie games. I like indie games. They help me to relax after a long day of work. I found a typing game called Epistry. Oh, only one of them is on Steam. It's called Epistry Typing Chronicles, and you go around on this fox and you type words. It's good. It's very beautiful and really, really well-made game. And then the other one is free online. You just put it into a search engine and you just start playing it right now. It's called Z-Type, and that blew my mind. I knew there was typing games out there, but that one is fun. It's super fun, and it's kind of difficult, but super great. I recommend highly. So Z-Type free. Epistry Typing Chronicles was $14.99, and there's other typing games on there too. Yeah, I just thought it was worth mentioning because it's, I think, definitely a very, very, very useful skill for people. I don't care if you're making a drop shipping company or if you're going into social media marketing, whatever you're choosing to do to become location independent. It very well may be online, you know what I mean? And maybe not, but if it is, typing would help you. So that's about it. If you liked the video, please subscribe down below. It would really help me. And also like down below if you did like it. And thank you for watching.